RTG presents a Gen 1er's Wet Dream with Salty Dog Tao.
So, I just read this article, and of course it's been like a few days since it's been released and everything. It's the slow burn news, so I don't give a shit. But it's coming about a subject of restore points. Now, if you're familiar with the restore points, that's what Nintendo had for their eShop. So, is that if you had a game from Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, stuff like that, you had certain points where you were able to save, but not all the time. Restore points gives you that capability where you could just pause it, you go into the menu area, and it'll tell you to select the actual restore point or save it. So even if you couldn't save it during that point, you can totally do it now. But in this right now, it's actually dealing with Pokemon Red and Blue re-releases. Now, this celebration of the 20th anniversary, which I'm fucking happy about, I get to see my Gen 1 shit being played. Now, a thing is that they made it saying that the restore points will not be in the game. Period. Is that so? If you were trying to actually be slick about getting certain IVs or legendary Pokemon and stuff like that, it's not gonna work out. Some people are pissed. I am for fucking one happy as shit. Because here's my thing. When you're a kid back in the day, I mean, I'm a grown ass man now, but when it came out, I was 14. I was like fucking stoked. I was like, what the shit? When you would play these things, and there were certain Pokemon you wanted to get, but you couldn't catch it. You didn't have enough money, or you are in your last fucking ball that would work. And so they didn't have a lot of fucking, they didn't have a lot of Pokeballs too. They had Great Ball, they had the actual Pokeball, Ultra Ball, Master Ball, and there was another one. I'm trying to remember. But there was not that much. It was just like, here's your balls, catch this Pokemon. If you can't get it, well, fuck you, you're done. And that's pretty much it. Or if your Pokemon was too strong, you can fuck up that legendary easily with no fucking, chance of getting it back. Unless you were smart like everybody else, that you saved. You saved every fucking thing. I don't care who you are. In any type of fucking game, if it's an RPG, you saved no matter where the fuck you are. Because at that one point in that left turn, right turn, straight forward, you can get either swept by a strong ass enemy, you might be in a fucking event that you didn't want to go to, and you're just like, I want to level all my shit, and it's impossible. Now, restore points give that credit that you can do that, but since they won't put it in this game, I gotta go back to when I was a kid and like, man, I'm gonna get fucked up if I don't do this shit right. Now, I got all the other Pokemon games, my girlfriend actually has them, which is the Pearl and Diamond and Black. I actually have X and Y, and then also Alpha Sapphire. So, saving is still important, but you got more options now. So, when I was a kid and I tried to get my Zapdos, now luckily I did save because RPGs. That's what my thing is. I actually wrecked Zapdos. Oh, sorry, not Zapdos, because apparently that's a Spanish word for shoes. But Zapdos, which was the electric bird. And I wrecked him on the first go. I was like, yeah, let me just hit him with this. He's a strong fucking legendary. I'll hit him with this. But I didn't know how strong my attack was because, of course, we're still dealing with what's weak against and stuff like that. And I knew he was weak against rock. So rock and ground around that area. So he got wrecked on one move. And I'm like, well, I can't get this fucking bird. Fuck me. But now, it's cool because it gives you that sense of urgency, that sense of, being careful with how you play your game. That's how it was, playing your game carefully because you want to come in here and get beast moded on, and that's it. And I don't know. To be honest, I think it's wonderful. So some people that are around, not my age, you guys are probably going to have a trouble where it's just like, I can't do this. I fucking can't play this game because it's so hard. Well, welcome to Gen 1, bitch. Not everything was fucking easy. Finding all that shit, the internet wasn't even a thing. You had to hear it from your friend, or someone who got Nintendo Power, or someone who actually just found out just because they were fucking with the game. If you weren't that kid that was rich, you didn't have anything. You just had on like well, how did you do this? I mean, how did you do that? And it's like, oh, I did this, and if you gotta cross this, you gotta fucking tickle the bullet hole like, at least 3 times, and then it's gonna give you a charm. You gotta take the charm over here. You had to follow on that alone. So, yeah, do what you gotta do. So if you have any comments of why it should be in the game, with the restore points, or why you're glad that it's not in the game at all, put your shit in the comments. Let me know how you feel, whether it's bad or good. I don't give a fuck. Opinions are opinions and criticism is whatever. But other than that, play however the fuck you want. It's your game.
Subscribe, motherfucker.